Right guys, today you're joining us in sunny South Wales where we're down to pick up another car that I've bought in. When it comes to buying cars for retail stock, I've got a certain set of rules that I follow. Generally because I don't want to buy stuff that's going to sit about for a while. So I try and follow these rules as closely as possible. But in this instance, I've broke at least two of them. A couple of major ones as well. I don't tend to buy red cars. Red cars tend to, I don't know, for me they just tend to sit about for a while. They're not as popular, they generate less interest, so I try and stay away from red cars. And the other big one is I don't buy French cars. Again, French cars for me tend to just hang about a bit. I think a lot of people are put off by electrical gremlins and things like that. Personally, I don't mind French cars, they're not too bad. But for retail purposes, I try not to buy them. Right guys, so like I said, we're down in South Wales. We've just met up with Mad Mike. He was a bit camera shy, so he didn't want to appear in a YouTube video, but he did show me around. He's got some cool stuff, so I'll link to his Instagram. You can go and check him out on there. He shares loads of stuff on there. But as for my rules, I've broke a few of them. And as you can see, I've picked up a red Peugeot 207. Now, the only reason I've picked it up is because we've now got the two units. I now need a load more stock to sell, and this was super cheap. So yeah, super cheap. It might hang about in the yard for a while, up for sale, we'll see. Red cars don't generally sell very fast, and neither do Peugeots. And of course I've got two broken rules in one car here, so let's get it back, we'll get it prepped. Oh, third rule, stickers. I normally don't buy cars with stickers because they're normally hiding loads of damage, but on this one, I think we'll get away with it. So anyway, we're going to start the 8-hour drive back. We'll get this back to the yard and then we'll go through it and we'll show you all the bits and bobs, everything that's wrong with it, everything that's right with it, and hopefully prep it for retail and see how long it takes to sell this one. Right guys, it's bright and early on a Monday morning, and before we get stuck into everything that's wrong with the red Peugeot 207 that I've bought, it's time to take this motorhome up for its MOT, so let's get up to Davey Cross Garage, get a ticket on it and get this delivered back to the customer, finally. Back in the unit, the MOT and the camper van's all done, it's all delivered back to the customer. We're not going to see that again until next year when it needs a service again and another MOT, but we've done the job properly, so it's not going to need any welding next year. It should sail straight through. Right, now that we're back, first thing we're going to get stuck into is the Peugeot 207. So we'll have a rake through the interior, we'll see what's in it, we'll rip out the seat covers, we'll go around, list the damages that we need to repair, and just have a general look at it and see how good or how bad it actually is. Right guys, first things first, on a quick look round the car, it's got its usual sort of dings and scrapes that you would expect off a 2007 car. Wee bit of lacquer peel there, bit of paint chipping, nice wee dent, stickers which I hate. The reason I don't like stickers is people normally put them on to cover damage, but looking at this one, I'm not seeing any damage under it. I think it's just been put on for the sake of it. While I'm in the boot, we'll have a wee nosy at the spare. It's gone. Somebody's nicked the spare wheel at it, so we'll need to put that on the list. Boot needs a right good clean. It's never had a proper detail for God knows how long, because it's all big and round here as well. Again, on this side we've got a wee bit of door thing. We could probably bend that out a wee touch. There's a wee crease in the front here. I probably won't concentrate too much on it because it's going to be a cheap car anyway. It's a 2007. Yeah, so we've got these scabby, horrible seat covers. We need to tear these off and have a look at what's going on underneath these. These sometimes get thrown on as well to hide torn seats, worn seats. I mean, these, they don't look too bad. Bolsters feel alright. It's stained, it's dirty, but It's not ripped or worn so far. Let's just rip them off. We won't be keeping these. There we go, this seat looks alright as well. Bolsters are good. They match, it's not had a replacement seat. I've already took the driver's side one off, it looks alright. There's not too much wear. Yeah, they just need a real good clean. Let's see what the back looks like. So the back seats are okay as well. It just had the covers on them. So that's good. As for the rest of the interior, it's got the typical Peugeot saggy door skin. There's not really a lot you can do about that. The buttons are worn on the driver's side, so I might go down to the breakers and see if we can get some nice new buttons. Scabby steering wheel cover as well. Let's see what's lurking underneath this. Again, it's not too bad. It's got the leather steering wheel. It's all in one piece, it's no ripped, it's no torn. It's had something stuck to the dash here, so we'll need to get that off. We'll get some Infinity Wax tar and glue remover on that. We'll get rid of that. Other than that, everything's in here and it seems to work. I haven't tried the air conditioning yet. Glove box is there, secure, nothing's broken. The biggest problem with the interior is the speedo clocks. I've had a look at the MOT history because it has run out of MOT, and the previous MOT I think was 98,000 miles. But it won't start with a BMW key. It's now showing 154,000 miles. So they've either done loads of running about in the last year, or they've maybe had a set of second-hand clocks or something put in it. While it's running, we'll try the aircon, see if that works. Aircon's icy cold. Might end up keeping this car for me. So far so good, it's no terrible. Aircon works. Seats are all good, steering wheel's all good. Needs a really good clean in there. We need to get the stickers off it. Mileage, I'm not too fussed about. For the price that we're going to be selling this for, the mileage isn't even going to come in here. It's got some scabby wheel trims. I'm going to see if I can get some Peugeot ones for the breakers. I also had to look at the key because it's not working. The central locking's not working, so I'll need to have a play with that. This looks like a brand new key that somebody's put in. I don't know if it's coded or there's maybe not paired it to the vehicle properly. But for some reason the remote central locking isn't working. So we'll need to have a play with that as well. Under the bonnet, I have had a quick nosy in here. It's fairly clean. It's got the usual rocker cover gasket seepage. I wouldn't call it a leak, it's a seepage, it's just like a sweat. It's got a nice new alternator on it, nice new alternator belt, the battery looks fairly new as well. Coolant level was a wee bit low. I'm going to check that for leaks though, just to make sure. Maybe it's just not been topped up for a while. Looks like it could be doing with a service. Biggest thing under there is the clutch on this car is very, very worn. The pedal's really high, and Mike for Wales said that he felt the clutch slipping. I've tried it in the yard, I can't get it to slip, but the clutch does feel horrible, it's quite high, so we'll probably end up putting a clutch in this. We're probably not going to go too crazy with this car, we'll probably just tidy it up a bit, make it a nice, clean, MOT'd for a year, new clutch, daily driver for maybe a young driver, a young family, sell it super cheap. Just get it in the door quick, turn it over, well, as quick as you can sell a red French car. That could be 6 weeks, it could be 6 months, we'll wait and see. But let's start by getting these stickers off and we'll get it cleaned up and we'll see how good this paintwork's going to come up. Right, so far so good. We've got all the striping off the sides and we've got the paw prints off the bonnet. We did get a tiny wee bit of lacquer peel on that one. Not too fussed about that. You're going to have to bear with me on the lighting in here, guys. I have noticed on camera it's not the best for lighting, so we'll work on that. I'll figure something out. I can't afford to put on your lights up now, but I'll see if I can get one of the big light boxes or something to try and help. But I do know I need to improve the lighting in here. This side, this is okay. We've lost the wheel trims. And this sticker here, this was a horrible sticker to try and remove. It's just turned into a manky, gluey mess. And the only thing for that is liquefied tar and glue remover. You guys know how much I rate this product. Couple of wee squirts. Just let it sit on it and let it do its thing. And already you can start to see it lift that glue off. This is real time as well, guys. No YouTube trickery here. This genuinely is probably the best tar and glue remover I've ever used. Obviously the bits that have still got vinyl on them, you need to scrape the vinyl off. But that sticky gluey mess is just turning into an extra wee bit of mess that we can just wipe away. Should probably use a clean cloth. I've spread it out a wee bit, so I will do another wee misting. Such a good tar and glue remover. There's a couple of wee bits here that have still got vinyl on them. I'll just scrape them off with my nail. There we go, guys, gone. Very minimal effort. Tar and glue does the job. Best stuff ever, seriously. Don't waste your time with anything else. Go straight to the Infinity Wax one. And also, no damage. I think somebody might have put it there to try and take away for the 207 badge, but we'll machine polish that out. Right, next up, let's get it outside and get a quick wash. I'm not going to bore you with the wash process, I'll just quickly do it and then we'll come back in a second. Right guys, we've got the little Peugeot washed. I've done all the door checks, I've done under the bonnet, I've done up round the window gutters and everything. Just used a bit of citrus pre-wash and a detailing brush to get into these little bits. But now we're going to start and bring this paintwork back to life. And to do that, we're going to use the new Dash 6 version 2 that the guys at Infinity Wax gave me. And we're going to use some of the new Zwizzer, Zwiver, Zizzer, whatever you want to call it, heavy cut compound, just to do this bonnet here. I don't actually have any of the medium cut, so we're going to use the heavy cut. The good thing about this, Michael was explaining to me how this works. This stuff actually breaks down as you're using it, so you don't need to start with a medium cut and a fine cut. You can start with a heavy, and the more you work it, it will break down and cut less and less. So we're going to get a try. We're going to try it on the bonnet. As you can see, we're going to go for the usual Instagram 50-50 split and see the before and after. Hopefully we'll get some great results, so let's see how it goes. Right guys, me being the clever clogs that I am, forgot to hit record on the time lapse, but as you can see, I've done one pass on this side of the tape. I haven't touched this side yet. There are some paint defects in this that aren't going to go away. There's some deep scratching, there's some stone chips, there's wee bits of lacquer lifting. But all I want to do with this car is make it red again. And as you can see a clear difference in the gloss before I've even took the tape off when you look at where the lights are. But what we'll do is we'll take the tape off and we'll just show you the 50-50. There you go, you can see the difference a mile away. And that is only one pass with the new machine polisher and the heavy compound, cutting compound. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the other half of the bonnet. And then I'm going to have to rattle around the whole car and get it all looking as good as that. And then what I'm probably going to do is get a wee seal, a wee coat of Synergy 1 just to protect it for a year. But yeah, I'll throw the time lapse on this time. We'll quickly get the rest of the car done, and then I'll show you the Synergy process. Name your paw prints, they're all gone. This, the DAS 6 and the Zwizzard polish is making light work of that. There's one more bit I want to show you guys before we go on to another time lapse, and that is this quarter panel. So I think this has had paint before, because it's had a battering off the sun compared to the original paint. You can see it clearly there, and up here you can almost see where they've blended it. So I think this whole quarter's been painted at one point. So what I want to do is see if the polish will bring this back and lose that blend again, and see if we can get it closer to the match. So let's give that a quick go. Look at this, guys, what a difference. You can no longer see any blend at all on that quarter panel. In fact, you can even see a reflection now, which is awesome. There was no reflection before, and that has came up so much better. A few wee stone chips and stuff, but again, we're not going to get rid of everything. Where it meets the tailgate, colour now matches. So yeah, honestly, what a difference that has made. So as you can see, the results speak for themselves, and I'm absolutely loving this little DAS 6. It's so much lighter than my other machine polisher. It just feels a lot more comfortable to use, and the cable length is huge. Like, I've got it plugged in here, and I can get all the way to the front of the car with it. It's got a mega cable length on it. Of course, I'm using the Zwizzard pads, which are available at Infinity Wax as well. I've got a medium cut pad on here, and I'm using the heavy cut polish. It's just, the results are working really well. So this is going to take a hell of a long time to bring this little Peugeot back, because the roof's a state, the doors are a state, the wings rubbish, bumpers rubbish, everything's rubbish. So I'm going to have to crack on with this, and of course it's Thursday evening already, because I lost a day. We went to Infinity Wax yesterday. My intentions were just to go up, have a quick chat, have a visit, have a coffee, a couple of biscuits, grab some more products which I picked up, but me and Michael ended out in a couple of BMW M cars having a bit of a blast and a bit of a photo shoot, and we ended up there all day. So if you want to see that, you can follow me and Michael at Infinity Wax on Instagram. I'll leave links below in the description for them. We post quite a lot of behind the scenes stuff on there, so if you want to see any of that, check out our Instagram. Make sure you follow us on there as well. If you guys want any of these Infinity Wax products, make sure you use code homebuilt, because you'll get 10% off at checkout, or you can just click the link in the description and you'll get 10% off. I want to thank you guys again for watching. I'm going to have to go and crack on with this and get this video uploaded for you guys tonight. We're not going to see the finished result on this video, but next video we'll see if there's any truth behind the saying, can you really polish a turd? I think we can. So make sure you join us for that video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are on so you don't miss out on any of our future content. And thanks again for watching, guys. See you next time.